What's up guys, today I'll be taking a look at the new Worker Gen 3 darts. First, I'll tell you what's new about them, then I'll test velocity, range and accuracy. Let's begin. First of all, Worker Gen 3 are very slightly taller than Gen 1 and 2, but it's such a little amount that you probably wouldn't even notice. The extra length does not prevent feeding in katana mags like some people speculated. Any incompatibility with katana mags could be solved by lubricating them with some dry Teflon spray. My katana mag is not lubricated and it seems to be working fine. Secondly, the new Worker Gen 3 darts are glued a lot better than Gen 1 and 2. It takes no effort at all to pull a Gen 1 or 2 head clean off the foam, while the Gen 3 actually puts up a fight. You'll also notice the Gen 3 darts have a shorter dart stem which is no longer hollow, and it has a stepped design to improve consistency of the gap that Worker leave between the foam and the tip. Finally, Worker Gen 3 are purchased in boxes of 200 rather than packs of 50 that Gen 1 and 2 come in. Personally, I like this. It means I have to open less boxes when topping up my dart pool. So now that I've covered what's new about these darts, let's test them. Since Gen 1 and 2 are glued so poorly, I won't even be considering them today. Instead, I'll be directly comparing the new Gen 3s against hand-glued Worker Gen 1 heads on Adventure Force foam to see whether gluing your own Worker darts still offers any advantages over simply buying Gen 3 pre-assembled. If you'd like to see how to glue your own darts, check out my other video, which will be in the description down below. Before I move on to the crony test, let's weigh the darts. Despite the stem being filled rather than hollow, Gen 3 are actually lighter than Gen 1 and 2. The heaviest of the lot are my hand-glued darts. Let's see if that difference affects the velocities. First up, hand-glued Worker darts on Adventure Force foam. And now the new Worker Gen 3s. Some surprising results. The lighter Worker Gen 3 averaged 8 feet per second slower than the heavier hand-glued Worker darts. This could be due to the difference in foam used. Perhaps Adventure Force foam gives a better seal in brass. Let's move on to the range test and see if the lower velocity and lower weight means the Gen 3s travel less distance. I'll be firing from alongside this Stoby pole and using a laser rangefinder aimed at it to get the distances. .63 meters, 64, 65. $73. 81. There's one more. Hey, how are you?
Good, sir.
Not too bad. 73. Okay, so the furthest Gen 3 dart went 213 feet, while the shortest hand-glued dart went 239 feet. The hand-glued worker darts on Adventure Force foam seem to travel further than worker Gen 3 darts, most likely due to the lower velocity and weight of the Gen 3s. Finally, let's compare the accuracy. I'll be firing 15 shots of each at this recycling bin from 100 feet. I'll plot the impact spots and compare the spread of both dart types. I'm using a Blastertech Scar barrel, which improves the accuracy, and I have it set to a 1/4 twist rate. I'll also be firing from a rested position for improved reliability in the results. Let's begin with hand-glued worker darts on Adventure Force foam. Not a bad spread, though we had one shot drop low of the main grouping. Let's fire 15 worker Gen 3s and compare the results. Not bad at all from the worker Gen 3s. One shot went slightly left of the main spread, but compared to hand glued, most of the Gen 3 groupings were slightly tighter on the horizontal axis. I have to call this one a tie for accuracy. To summarise the results, worker Gen 3s had a lower velocity and shorter range. However, accuracy was on par with the hand glued darts. So is it still worth gluing your own darts? Only if you want longer maximum ranges. Personally, I think the effective range where you could actually hit someone is a little shorter than Gen 3's maximum range. So having those extra 30 feet or so wouldn't be a huge advantage in actual gameplay. Gluing your own darts also takes a lot of time, so personally I'd just buy the Gen 3s. They even match the colour of my blasters. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of it by leaving a like, dislike or comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching.